You had mentioned to me earlier about attending the first IFOAM conference, which was in Switzerland.
In Switzerland,
Could
yes.
you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, that was in 1977. IFOAM was a newly formed group, and this was their first major international event. And I went because I had been doing the work on organic farming in the Midwest that we talked about, and so they asked me if would I like to present that work, which of course I was very happy to do. It was an extremely enlightening experience for me because it was the first time I was in touch firsthand with European researchers doing related work. There were researchers from, a whole host of countries, England, France, Switzerland, Germany, Sweden, and quite a number of others. I had not had any international contact in agricultural research until that time, and I was very impressed with the caliber of many of the people that I met. The researchers impressed me as a very sophisticated, knowledgeable, and competent group, and that was really quite an inspiration because I was still relatively new in the field. I had been in agricultural research only about 3 or 4 years at that time, and I didn't know too many people yet, and I had no international contact, and I liked very much what I saw. So I have been in contact with many of them ever since. I try whenever possible to get to the international conferences. For example, I was at the one at Cambridge in 1982 and quite a few others, and some of the same people are going to those.
Were you at the IFOAM conference in Santa Cruz in
Yes, I was. 86,
I thought I remembered you from there.
Yes.
I was there. That was my first IFOAM conference, and it was an eye-opener. There were people there from Australia and New Zealand.
Right.
Were there people from Australia and New Zealand at the one that you first attended, or do you
There
remember
were a few, but mostly it was Western Europe and a few North Americans, and some from Africa and Asia as well. A fairly cosmopolitan crowd, but the organization was not so well known then, and it was primarily Western Europe. Since then, it's become truly international in Asia, Africa, South America. I mean, every continent is represented.
More third world countries
Oh,
are
absolutely.
involved.
Well, they wanted that to happen. They realized that the confining themselves to agriculture of the industrial part of the world is not adequate. So that there's been a move to open up the organization and make it truly international. And they have, I mean, for example, the 2 conferences ago, it was held in Burkina Faso in Africa. That was the first time the IFOAM conference had been held outside the industrial part of the world.